Peter, you said something earlier that I want to go back to. You said if we don't take action, they will keep doing it.
Yes.
And I want you to dwell on that a little bit because, as you know, there is a contingent of people on the right. In some ways, I would call this like the Mike Pence philosophy, but I'm going to state it this way. It is that, what the Democrats did was deplorable and regrettable, but we need to be better than them. We are people of principle, even if they are not. And so the last thing we ought to do is to go after them, because to their weaponization, we will be adding our weaponization, and thus we will put ourselves on a nonstop treadmill of weaponization back and forth, and it will never end. We've got to be better than that. We've got to not go after them and hope that they learn a lesson from us in civility and decency and adherence to sort of high principle. What do you say to this prevailing sentiment that I don't think it's the mainstream of the MAGA movement, but it's not unrecognizable to you in the Republican Party, is it?
It's okay. There's two things to say about it. First of all, there's the New Testament and there's the Old Testament. The attitude you're describing with Mr. Pence, dear Mike, is New Testament, kind of turn the other cheek, kumbaya. It's a leap of faith to believe they won't do it, not just again, but again and again and again, based on everything we know from history. And I'm an Old Testament guy. And I'm an Old Testament guy, both from a justice point of view, but also as an economist. There has to be a cost of weaponizing the Justice Department against your enemies. If there's not a cost, then you will free ride on it whenever you get a chance. And so here's what I would say to Pence. It's like everybody I served with in the Trump White House, every single person, Dinesh, at the senior level that I served with was a victim, a target. We're not victims. It's like we're soldiers. We were targets and paid prices. Now, if you take like Chief of Staff Mark Meadows or the great Dan Scavino, who's President Trump's one of the closest advisors, or Stephen Miller, the price they paid was millions and millions of dollars in legal fees. They didn't have to go to prison, but they had to pay a bunch of legal fees. They had to deal with the anxiety and all that with the indictments and things like that. Mike Flynn, $7 million, okay? And then you have Bannon and I going to prison for 4 months each. And then you have Jeff Clark and John Eastman losing their livelihood. They're taking away their bar cards. You got Sidney Powell and Jenna Ellis had to get on their knees and grovel and plead guilty. Mike Lindell threatened with bankruptcy. Rudy Giuliani. So, Mr. Pence, I liked you, Mike, when you were there, but you betrayed us on January 6th. Mike, you got to understand that if they get power, that's what happened in 2018. Pelosi got power. Now, the other thing, and this is the buried lead, Dinesh. I didn't do anything wrong.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.